I'll just get started with sort of the housekeeping stuff. So this workout is part of our PSP National Virtual Program. We're doing stuff all across Canada from all of the bases, and we're all sort of pitching in to have lots of content available for the CAF members. So today is going to be a core-based workout. It's going to be front-led, which means that I will be going through all of the motions with you while I teach. And demonstrating everything. Try to kind of listen to the cues that I'm giving rather than constantly looking at the screen, just because you'll get more out of it if you can sort of focus on your body. I'll be very explanatory in everything that I say. And if I do need to demonstrate something before we all try it together, I'll say that. Moving forward, so you just need your mat and your water bottle. I will give you water breaks, but you don't need any equipment for this, so it's all body weight. If you do have any sort of serious injuries, I'll try to give some modifications, but obviously listen to your body. None of this stuff should be painful. It will be hard for sure and tiring, but it shouldn't be painful, so make sure that you're not going into any position of pain, and if you are, stop the motion, stop the movement. You can rejoin us at a different point or just end the session there. Okay, we'll go through a full warm-up, the full workout, and then a cool down together, and I'll leave some time at the end for any questions that you may have. And I just have a disclaimer that I do have to read as a result of the current situation. So here we go. So in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness to Canadian Armed Forces members. By using social media platforms, the virtual fitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness level are unknown, and it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercise presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult a healthcare provider. If CAF members sustain an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. So logistics, I know, but you can find those that questionnaire in the description of this video. So if that is something that you feel you need to do, make sure you please do it. Otherwise, we are going to get started. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got my clock up so I can make sure I'm on time. And you are going to find yourself on your mat. I'll talk a little louder as I step back. And you're just going to find a comfortable position. So whatever that is for you, if it's cross-legged, if it's knees up in front of you, out straight, you can bend your knees as well, whatever's comfortable. And we're gonna start with some breathing. So very simple, we just wanna warm up those core muscles very, very gently. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through a sequence of breathing that get a little bit longer each time. So we're gonna start with 6 inhales and 6 exhales. For a count of 6 for inhale and exhale, and then a count of 8, and then a count of 10, and a count of 12. If you feel like one of the top end is a little bit too much for you, then you just stay there while we progress to the 12, for example. So if 10 is as far as you can go, just do 10 twice. It's not a big deal. It's just about warming up, getting those core muscles activated so that we can get started, okay? So I'll count. You're just going to take a normal breath in and a normal breath out. Good, and then we're gonna start our count of 6. So you're gonna inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really filling up your whole body. You can put your hands here. You're gonna inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, we're going for 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one here. Really make sure you're filling up from your full torso, okay? So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And just take a normal breath. Excellent. All right, so you're going to stay seated in a position that is comfortable for you. I'm going to suggest cross legs if that is comfortable. And we're just going to do some rotation. So you're going to take your opposite hand to opposite knee, and your other hand just goes behind you on the ground, and you're going to twist as far as is comfortable and come back to center. Good. We're going to go the other way. Hand to knee and twist and back to center. Really try to look behind that shoulder. Hand to knee and twist and center. Good. You're going to inhale as you twist. Exhale as you come to center. Inhale, twist. One more each side. And last one. Good, nice gentle warm up. Okay, we're gonna come onto our hands and knees. If you do have any wrist problems, we won't be on we'll kind of come in and out of this position, but you can go on your fists if that's a little bit more comfortable, or you can go on your elbows, okay? So I'll demonstrate on our wrists, but just make the modification that's appropriate for you. So hands and knees, your knees are directly under your hips, hands are under shoulders. Okay, you're just gonna curve your spine to the sky, and then arc it down towards the floor, and curve up. Inhale as you come down, so you're opening up your core, and then exhale as you curve your spine up, activating your abs a little bit. Inhale, come down. Exhale, activate that core, curve to the ceiling. One more. Good, and then just come to center and come out of it. Good job. So we're gonna lie down on our back now. Okay. So your knees are gonna be bent and just lying on your back. Arms can be down by your side. And you're gonna bring your attention to your pelvis and your lower back. So if you could find your hip bones, they should be nice and level, pointing straight up to the sky. Okay, you're gonna think about pushing those hip bones away from you, so towards your feet, and lifting your lower back up off the floor comfortably. It shouldn't be painful. Then you're gonna pull those hip bones towards your head and press your lower back in the floor. Okay, but the bum doesn't come off, it stays down. Okay, so push those hip bones away, pull them back to your head. Push away and pull. And you're just gonna notice if that motion feels easy or hard, okay, or if it doesn't really make sense, that's okay too. Good, and you should feel just a very gentle core activation happening as you move that pelvis. Good, then you're gonna settle in the middle position, okay? So a little bit of a curve under your spine, hip bones straight to the ceiling, and it should feel nice and comfortable, okay? Now you're gonna think about tipping your pelvis over so that you pour some water out of it, and then come level, and then tip the other way, and come level. This may be a really small movement, and that's totally fine. We're just getting some small activation in our core. Okay, if your knees move, that's okay, but try to keep them fairly still as just your pelvis moves. Okay, we're gonna do one more on each side. You guys are doing awesome. Good. And last one. Excellent. All right. So you're gonna stay down on your back. And we're gonna get into a little bit more core work. So finding those level hip bones straight to the ceiling, small curve in your back. Arms will be by your side. You're gonna bring one leg up into what we call tabletop, or 90 degrees. Okay. And then you're just gonna tap it to the floor and bring it back up. Super simple. Tap to the floor and lift it up. And can you make sure that those hip bones stay level so you don't fall one way or the other as that leg moves? Everything is very, very still. Good. We're going to go for 2 and 1. Good. Set that foot down. Bring the other foot back up. Good. And you're just going to tap. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Keep that leg up there and bring your opposite leg up to meet it. So are you still neutral? Can you keep your hip bones to the sky and a slight curve in your back? Now we're going to go opposite without settling on the ground. So you'll tap one foot to the floor, and then you'll switch with the other one as you come down. And it's just tapping. Good. Can you keep your hips nice and level? A little more core work happening now. Let's go for 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Both legs up. Give them a little hug. Take a deep breath if you're holding your breath there. Good. And then gently bring each leg back into tabletop. So notice how my knees are at 90 degrees. You're going to try to keep that angle without dropping your feet. And you're going to lower both feet to tap the floor and come back up. Inhale as you reach to tap. Exhale to come back up. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, back up. Good. Let's go for 5. And 4. Good. Try not to arc your back as you reach away. If you are, don't go as low. And 2. And 1. Good. And give your knees a little hug. Awesome. So you can settle your feet on the floor now. Hands are going to come behind your head. You may know this exercise. Okay. Lift those elbows just slightly. And nod your chin. So you're saying yes on the ground. And you're just going to curl up into a crunch and go back down. Easy. Curve up and back down. Let's go for 4 and 3. Keep those pelvis nice and level. And 2 and 1. Good. We're going to go 3 on each side now where we cross. Okay, so you're going to lift those elbows slightly and nod your chin, saying yes. Then you're going to curve opposite armpit to opposite leg and back down. And we'll go the other way. Up and curve. And switch. Good. We're going to do 2 more on each side. And switch. Hip bones nice and level. Armpit to opposite leg. Last one. Good. And settle down. Whew. Take a breather, grab some water if you need it. Okay. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. If you do have any wrist issues, you can do this from your elbows, but try to do it from your hands or from your fists to start. And just see how it feels, okay? You can come in and out of the position at any point if you need to. All right, so hands and knees are set up. Your knees are going to be right under your hips, so you're not leaning forward. And similarly, don't be tucked up, okay? And then your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. You're making a nice little box, okay? We'll just do our cat-cow again real quick, so curve your spine to the sky. Inhale to come down, and 1 more. Exhale up, and inhale down. Good. Find level, so your spine is nice and neutral. You're not tucked, and you're not arched way down. Tuck those toes behind you. You push the floor away, so you get nice and tall, so you're not sagging into your shoulders. Tuck those toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, your knees are just going to hover an inch off the floor. Good. Inhale to lower the knees down. Exhale to press them away. Just an inch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Good work, everyone. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. We're going to exhale and press and hold. So exhale, press up. Hold that position. Now, if this next part is too challenging, bring your knees down, do the same exercise. Okay, so we're just going to raise a hand and then raise the opposite hand. And raise. And raise. Okay, you can also do this from your knees, just staying nice and tall. You'll still feel core activation. Okay, same thing. Really trying not to rock your body from side to side. Okay, we'll do one more on each side. Good, come down. Okay, if those wrists are bothering you, just come up and do a few circles. We're gonna get back into it. Good. Hands and knees, toes are tucked. Deep breath in. Exhale and lift your knees, hover off the floor. We're gonna march opposite hand and foot. So that hand and that opposite foot come off the ground, and then you switch sides. And switch. And switch. 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 Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down. Good. Whew. I hope you guys are already warmed up, because I definitely feel like I am. Okay. Push that floor away, get nice and tall. Make sure that your elbow creases are not pointing forward, but they're pointing in towards one another, okay? That is just gonna set your shoulder up better. Tuck those toes, deep breath in. Exhale, hover your knees. Stay in this hover. You're gonna push yourself just slightly forward and slightly back. Knees never touch the ground. Slightly forward, slightly back. Let's go for 3. And 2. Remember to breathe. And 1. Come into the middle and lower down. Good job. Whew. And sit back on your heels if you need to. Shake out those wrists. Do some circles. Good. All right, one more on our hands, and then we're leaving those wrists alone. Knees get to stay down this time. So push that floor away, feet can be flat. You're gonna get nice and tall, kind of sucking your ribs in and sucking your belly in, okay? Your right hand is gonna reach out in front of you, and your opposite leg is gonna reach back behind you. When you lift, can you make sure you don't sink down onto your arm? Really continue to push the floor away. And breathe. Good, bring it all back in. Okay, we're switching sides. Left arm reaches away. Opposite leg joins it. Get nice and tall. And breathe. Feel a little bit of your glutes and your hamstrings squeezing as that leg lifts. And come down. Good, reach right arm away. Left leg joins. Stay tall. Squeeze the back of your leg. And center. Left arm reaches. Right leg joins. And breathe. And come back into the center. Last one on each side. Right arm, left leg. Get nice and tall. Stay nice and level, so don't let your hips come up to the sky. Center. Last one, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Hips stay level. And come back in. Good job, everyone. If it's comfortable, sit back on your heels and reach your arms forward. If that's not, you can just come up to like a tall kneeling to relax, okay? Good, and if your wrists are feeling it, I want you to kind of make a little fingertips and thumb together, and I want you to pretend like you're flicking water off your hands. Flick, flick, flick. and that'll loosen up those wrists a little bit. Alrighty, I'm tired. Thank you for joining me so early in the morning. Okay, we're gonna go into a similar position, but we're gonna be on our elbows this time. So when you set yourself up, you're going to be in an elbow position where your elbows are under your shoulders and your hand is in line with your elbow. So we're not clasping, we're not gonna be making a fist or crunching our hands, okay? They're gonna be in like a sphinx position, I guess you could call, okay? So start by setting up your elbows and then walk your knees so that they're still directly underneath your hips. So you shouldn't be kind of tucked up like this. You should be outwards a little bit, okay? Now, keep your chin tucked in. Don't let your head hang and don't look forward, all right? Try to look down at the mat and pull the back of your head up a little bit to protect your neck. Tuck your toes behind you. I think you know what's coming. Deep breath in. Exhale and just hover your knees off the floor. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and hold. Get tall on those arms, so elbows push into the floor. And you're just gonna hold it and breathe. Good, make sure your back stays flat. Stick your bum back behind you. You're doing great. All right, your right toe is gonna lift up off the floor. Set it down, left toes. Set them down, right. Good job, remember to breathe. And left, stick bum behind you, and right, and left. 2 more on each side, and right, and left. Last one, right, and left. Keep those knees raised, lower them down, and sit back. Woo, good job, guys. All right, you're gonna come out onto your belly. Now I'm going to talk through this one with my head up so that you can still hear me, but I am going to have you in a position with your head down. So I'll show you real quick. Hands can be kind of in front of you. And you'll just rest your forehead on your hand so that you can tuck your nose a little bit and you don't squish it. Okay, so get into that position and just kind of rock your hips back and forth so that they feel level. And they should be hip distance apart, so you shouldn't be spread way up or like crossed or anything, okay? From here, you take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just pull your belly button away from your mat. And then inhale to release it back down, and exhale to pull it away from the mat. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull it away, and inhale, release. Good. On your next exhale, as you pull your belly button away, you're going to lift your right leg by squeezing your bum and squeezing the back of your leg. So I'll show you what it looks like. Deep breath in. Exhale, and I'm going to lift my right leg, squeezing my bum and lowering it down. And then you're going to switch. Next exhale, you lift left. And switch. Exhale, right, squeezing that bum. And switch, squeezing that left bum and back of the leg. 1 more on each side. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift other side. Inhale, lower. Good. Shake it out, relax. And you're going to push yourself up. Or come up to however you want to come up. Okay, planks, because every core exercise and core workout has to have a plank in it somewhere. We're going to set it up a little differently though. So you're going to come onto your elbows. This is especially great for people that do have those wrist issues. Okay, so same position, hands are apart, elbows are right under shoulders. Tuck your toes behind you, knees under hips. If you want, make sure if you're tall, especially come to the edge of your mat. So make sure that you're up at the front of it. Okay, deep breath in, exhale, push that floor away, toes tucked, knees hover and hold. Good, you're gonna slide without lifting your toes, slide one leg out straight, And then the other. Yay, we're in a plank. Good job, everybody. So holding this position, thinking about squeezing your bum like we did in that last exercise. Can you lift your right leg off the floor, squeezing that bum up? And lower it down. Good. Left leg, squeeze and lift. And lower. Right leg, squeeze and lift. And lower. Left leg, squeeze and lift. And lower. One more on each side. Right leg, squeeze and lift. Keep those hips level, so don't let them twist. Last one, squeeze and lift. Good. And come down. Whew. Good work, everyone. Oh, I'm tired. It's hot in this room. You guys are doing excellent, so stay with me. We're going to come back into that position. We're going to alternate from our hands to our elbows. So again, if you are someone with wrist problems, I would suggest just staying with the last one where we just did a leg lift and keeping your arms in the elbow position, okay? So let's set ourselves up. Elbows under your wrists, elbows under your shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes, hover your knees. Slide one leg out. Oops, I'm off the mat. Slide the other leg out. Good, now without rocking your hips from side to side, can you come up to your hands? I'll move a little bit, but try not to rock them. Try to rock them as little as possible. You can separate your legs a little wider too. Okay, hard part. Lowering yourself down to the mat. Good job. Let's push up. Excellent. If this is not going to work for you, come down to your knees. Do the same thing. All right, same exercise, just a little bit easier. Okay, last one here, everyone. Good, and come down. Excellent. All right. Last plank exercise here. You can just come into a plank however you're most comfortable. So push the floor away and slide both legs out. All right. You're going to push the floor even more, even harder, as you send your hips towards the sky. So a downward dog position for those of you that do yoga. Good. Now can you pull your mat as you pull yourself back to plank? Push the mat away, reach your hips to the sky. Pull the mat towards you as you come back to plank. The mat won't move, it's just a way of thinking about it. Push your hips to the sky. Pull yourself back to plank. Good job. Last one here. Push away. Pull back. Hold yourself here. Get tall on those arm bones. Nice flat back. And bring one knee down. And then the other. Good job, guys. You're doing excellent. If you have any questions, make sure you do put them in the chat. Brandon will be happy to answer them for you. Just stretch yourself out a little bit if this is comfortable. And we are going to come on to our side. So for this next exercise, if you have any shoulder problems, take it nice and easy, rest as needed. Again, as I said at the beginning, if you were here, I don't want any pain. Fatigue is one thing, but pain is something separate, okay? So make sure that you're going into a range of motion that makes you comfortable. Okay, really try to listen to all the cues because hopefully that's going to set your body up into the right alignment so that that pain doesn't happen, ideally, okay? But with injuries, perfect alignment doesn't necessarily mean no pain, okay? So listen to your body. You're going to come onto whichever side you want to start with. I'm going to start on my right. You're going to come down onto your elbow. And as you relax in this position, kind of like you're at a picnic, your shoulder is probably over your elbow, like over that way, which is okay. But if you were to push up and get nice and tall, you want your elbow and shoulder stacked on top of one another. Your knees are going to be bent, okay, but they're going to be slightly in front of your body. So I know I'm wearing black pants and it's harder to tell, but my knees are about a 45-degree angle from my body. So my hips are a little bit flexed, almost like I'm sitting in like a tall chair. Okay? And my hips are stacked one on top of one another, so they're not falling backwards. Okay? And all you're going to do right now is you're going to feel your ribs with your opposite hand, and you're just going to pull those ribs up to the sky, and then let them relax. Inhale as you pull them up. Exhale, relax. Inhale, pull them up. Exhale, relax. Good. 2 more. Inhale, pull them up. Exhale, relax. Inhale, pull them up, and you're going to hold it there. So now you're in nice alignment. You're very tall on your shoulder, and your ear is not shrugged up close to it. Okay, there's lots of space here. If your neck hurts at any point in this exercise, look down to the floor. Okay, that'll release some of the tension. Holding high on that elbow, you're going to push your knees into the floor, and with your exhale, just lift your hips up off. And lower back down. And lift the hips. So our hips are not coming forward. They're staying in that seated position. And lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift and hold. Find yourself here. You're doing great. Nice and tall on that arm bone. This opposite hand, if you can do this with your shoulder, you're going to scoop it under your body as you bring your chest parallel to the floor and come back to stack. Stay tall on the arm bone the whole time. Don't let yourself sag in as you rotate. So stay nice and tall. Rotate. And up. Head rotate. And up. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale to come up. Good job, everybody. Last one for this rotation. Inhale up. And settle your hips back down. Good job. If your shoulder's bothering you, just do a couple circles and forward. Good, you're doing amazing. All right, elbows back down. Bottom knee is going to stay exactly where it was. Your top leg, however, is going to come out straight. Okay, so that the inside of your foot is settled at the end of the mat. Again, if you're tall, scooch up to the end. Okay. Get nice and long in your core, so remember those ribs arcing up to the sky. Push with this knee and that foot now, and lift your hips up off the floor. If this is enough, stay right here and hold and think of your breathing. If you want a little bit of a challenge, bring that leg in level with your body, and you're going to lift it just slightly and lower. Now your hip on your straight leg is not bent, so it's not coming out in front of you. It should be right in line with your head. Lift. And good. Breathing in as you do one motion with the leg, exhaling the other, doesn't matter which. Let's go for 3. And 2. And 1. And then come down. And sit up. Whew. Excellent job, everyone. You're doing amazing. Okay. Last one on this side. Fingertips are going to face towards the end of your mat. Okay. You may need to adjust your spot after the first one, so that's okay. But you're going to have top leg in front of your bottom. Bottom leg is slightly bent. Okay, and hand is in line with your hips. And you're sitting up nice and tall. Hands can kind of be on your knee or whatever is comfortable. We're going to push ourselves up into a full side plank. All right, so getting tall on that arm bone, so I'm not sinking in. Okay, I'm going to drive my feet into the floor, and I'm going to arc my hips up to the sky. All right, so we're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale and press and lift. Straighten those legs. Good. If you need to adjust your position here, you can do so. And then with control, lower yourself back down. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Stay really tall on that arm. Inhale, lower. I'm doing 2 more. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Good job, everyone. Last one. Inhale, lower with control. And, whew. And shake it out. Roll those wrists around. All right, excellent. Other side, because we have 2 sides of our body. All right, coming onto your elbow on your left side. Now make a mental note to yourself as we do this. If this side feels a little bit harder for you or easier for you, Okay, everybody has a strong side and a weak side. That's totally normal. Knees are bent and slightly in front of your body. And as you push up, your elbows directly under your shoulder. Grab your ribs, curve them to the sky, and release. Exhale, curve them to the sky. Feel some work under your core, and release. Good job. Last one. And hold. All right, hand can be wherever is comfortable. Okay, if you need a little added assistance, you can push on the floor as well. Knees drive in, hips lift to the sky. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Think about sending your hips back behind you. So you're kind of sitting in a chair. They don't come forward. And do they remain stacked? Don't let them fall back. Last one and hold. Hold yourself up here. If this is okay on your shoulder, we're going to rotate our chest to the floor. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale, press. Really drive in with your elbow and your knees. Good, rotate. That's it, everyone. You're doing great. Hang in there. And one more. Good. And lower down. Excellent. Come up and roll that shoulder if you need to. All right, back down. Top leg stretches out. So I'm going to shift up. Top leg stretches out. Bottom leg stays bent. Okay. Make sure that your top leg is in line with the rest of your body. Pull those ribs up to start. And you're going to raise your hips off the floor. If this is enough, stay here. That's totally fine. Otherwise, raise your leg. Keep it in line. Don't bring it forward. And lift. And lower. Good work, everyone. And lift. Lift. We're going to go 4. And 3. And 2. Stay really tall on that waist. And 1. Lower the foot. And come down. Woo, good job, everybody. You're doing amazing. I know you're thinking I can't see you, but I know that you're doing amazing. All right, we're going to come onto our hands for this one. So like I said on the last side, if it's not going to happen for you on your wrists, just stay on your elbow. Okay, try to do it with both straight legs if you can, even if you're on your elbow. Otherwise, set yourself up, fingertips towards the end of your mat, top knee bent. If this is super uncomfortable for you, you can just cross your legs like that. That's fine too. It's just a little easier to get up from this position. You can drive your feet into the floor, hands into the floor, hips with the exhale, arc to the sky. Readjust as needed and lower with control. Good job. Push and lift. And lower. Excellent. Push and lift. Inhale, lower. Really drive that hand and feet into the floor. And lower. Good. Last one here. And lower with control. Don't collapse. Whew, and relax. Good. Shake out those shoulders. Turn your neck a few times. Gently side to side. Say yes. And good. All right. We have come to the pinnacle of this workout. This is the most challenging part. I'm going to give plenty of modifications, okay, but I really want you to work through and try to do as much of it as you can, okay? So we're going to do very controlled V-ups, if you're familiar with that exercise. It's gonna be so much fun, I promise. All right, so your legs are gonna be out straight. You're gonna lie down on your mat. We're just gonna start with some rolling up. So lying down, hands towards the ceiling, legs are straight. You're gonna nod your chin as if you're saying yes. And you're gonna slowly begin to roll yourself up to seated. If it's not gonna happen for you, okay, squeeze your legs together. You can push gently with one hand if you need. And then you're gonna rock back off your sitting bones and begin to roll yourself down, vertebrae for vertebrae. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Nod your chin. Roll yourself up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. and come up to seated. If you need that added assistance, that's okay. Rock off your sit bones. Curve your spine down. Good. Last one. Nod your chin. Begin to roll yourself up. Squeeze your inner thighs. And come up to seated. All right, rocking back, and then we're staying down. Roll yourself all the way down nice and slowly. Try not to collapse. Whew, good job. Okay, here we go. Hands come down by your side. You're going to nod your chin. Begin to roll up as you reach your hands. They can stay on the floor, but reach your hands towards your feet as if you're trying to touch them. Okay? From this position, you're going to go double leg if you can, single leg if that's all you can do today. And you're going to bring yourself up into a V up. So as I said, single leg is going to look like this, and you'll just alternate. Double leg is going to look like this. Good. And come controlled all the way back down. If you're switching legs, make sure you switch this time. Nod your chin. Reach your hands to touch your feet. Bring everything up to the top. Good work, everyone. Lower down with control. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, begin to reach and peel. Breathe at the top. Exhale to come down. Good work, everyone. All right. We're staying up there this time. Nod your chin. Reach your hands away as you start to curl. Bring yourself back up. Okay, if you're doing one leg, that's fine. You're going to drop one leg if you've got double. You're just going to switch legs if you're only doing one leg. Bring it up and switch. Up and switch. If you're only doing double, it's going to look like this. Okay? One more. Good, hold it there. You got this. If you need to bend your knees, you can hold it here as well, but try to straighten them. My legs are shaking. Arms reach up, and over. Up, and over. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1. Good, control it back down, try not to collapse. Oh, good job, guys. All right, rock your hips from side to side. Shake out those legs. Okay, I know we can do this. This is the last really, really hard part, I promise. All right, hands down by your side. Deep breath in. And exhale, relax. Okay. Deep breath in. Nod your chin. Begin your exhales. You reach those hands away and come up to your V up. All right, arms stay where they are. Both legs come down. If you're doing one, that's fine. One leg comes down. Bring it up. Both legs go down. One more. Both legs go down. Bring it up. All right, legs stay there. Upper body comes down. Bring it up. 2 more. Down. Up. Last one. Down. Up. Ooh, I'm tired. And control down everything. Don't collapse. Ooh. Amazing. That's awesome, everybody. That was super, super hard. And you did wonderfully, and I'm super proud of you. Okay. We have done a ton of flexion in our front, so all of our curves and our V-ups and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of extension before our cool down, okay? So you're going to get back into that position lying on your belly, just like you were when we did it a little earlier. Excuse me. We're going to do a couple exercises there, and then we're cooling down. So I promise you, the hardest part is over. Okay. So again, I'm going to keep my head up a little bit as I talk to you so that I'm not talking down to the mat. But you're going to lie down on your belly. Legs are about hip width apart. And you're going to start with your hands on the floor. So hands kind of in line with shoulders and elbows tucked in nice close to your body. Okay, you're going to want your forehead on the ground, and you'll probably have to tuck, especially if your nose is a little squished and that's uncomfortable. If you have like a towel or something that you want to put under your head, you can do that as well. Okay, so getting into that position, I'll show it real quick before I talk. Okay? And you're going to take a deep breath in this position. And as you exhale, can you draw your belly button towards your spine? Inhale and release that pressure. Exhale, draw your belly button into your spine. So all we're doing here is activating our core to be able to protect our lower back. Inhale as you open up. Exhale as you pull it in. Inhale, open up. And exhale, pull it in. Good. On this next one, as you exhale and pull your belly button in, you're going to raise your head, pushing into the mat a little bit to extend your spine just as far as you can feel comfortable and not feel it in your lower back. Inhale, lower to the floor. Exhale, press up and draw your belly button in. Inhale down. Exhale, press up, belly button to spine. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good, and inhale down and relax. Okay, you're going to move your elbows out so that they're in a goalpost position. Thumbs are going to be up towards the sky, okay? Palms are facing one another. You'll take a deep breath in here. Exhale, draw that belly button to spine. And your head, chest, and arms are going to hover off the floor. So you're still looking down, but everything is off the floor and you'll hold. Deep breath in, continuing to pull your belly button to your spine to keep your lower back nice and long. If you're close to a wall like I am, you may want to readjust. All right? And then, with your next exhale, reach your arms in front of you and pull them back with an inhale. Exhale, reach away, belly button to spine. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, pull back. Reach away and back. Last one, reach away and back. Good, and come down. Whew. All right, last one here. Stay in that goalpost position. Tuck your chin. Deep breath in. Exhale, belly button to spine. Raise your arms, head, and shoulders. Straighten out your arms so that they're in like a 45-degree angle from your shoulders. You're going to squeeze your butt and lift both legs off the floor. Good. Now, your right arm and the opposite leg are going to lift just a little higher, and then they'll come back to hover. Left arm and right leg lift just a little higher and hover. So we're going opposite arm and leg, belly button to spine the whole time. Draw it in, draw it in. Stare at the ground, not in front of you. Good, we're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and come down. Whew. And just lie there for a moment. And when you're ready, you're going to push yourself up however you'd like to come up onto hands and knees. All right, the work is done, guys. We're into our cool down. I promise I'm not lying. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders. And you're just going to curve your spine to the ceiling as you exhale. Inhale, arc it down. Exhale, curve up. Inhale, arc down. Really try to curve your whole spine all the way up to the sky. And last one. Good. Settle in the middle. Okay. All you're going to do is you're going to turn your hips and your head to look at one another. So look at your bum. And then come back to the center and look the other way. And center. So you're just side bending. Your hands and your knees are not moving. You're just doing a little bit of a bend at the side of your waist. Excellent. Okay. You're going to arc your spine like you're in that cow position. You're going to push yourself back onto your heels, keeping that arch. And at the last minute, can you curve and curve up to the sky? Good. Arch down, push back, and curve up. So you're doing a little bit of like a circle with your hips almost. Arc back and curve up. One more. And good. Okay, now you're gonna find a comfortable position. So this can be anything. It can be seated like we were at the start. It can be lying down on your back. Whatever is comfortable for you. We're just gonna go back to our breathing, and we're only going to do a count of 6 and 8. Sorry, we'll do 6 twice and 8 once, and then we'll be done, okay? So you're gonna inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6 again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now for 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Take a normal breath and relax. Amazing. We are all done. If you're sweaty, excellent. I hope you are, because I certainly am. You guys all did wonderful. Please, if you have any questions, do leave them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. I'll stick around for a few minutes after this live stream. If you liked it, let me know. If there are things that you weren't sure of or you didn't really like, let me know that as well. If you are interested in following the rest of our programming, you can find all of the programs on the Calf Connection website on the national site. We will be doing our own base live streams here. We have a mobility session Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 and a body weight fitness session on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. at 1400. And then we are coming back to Unit PT, so if you are from Borden, there are going to be more stuff coming on base in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. Follow our Facebook page, which is PSP Borden Health and Fitness. Also follow the Canadian Armed Forces PSP page, just to get all of the updates and all of the information, okay? Our CFM Morale, Welfare, and Welfare Services YouTube page has all of the pre-recorded videos, so there's fitness workshops, sports workshops, health promotion information, all of that stuff is available for you. So please check it out, like, subscribe, all of the things that typical YouTubers say, and let us know if you have any comments or questions. So thank you for tuning in this morning. I know it's early, I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Leave any comments for me if you have them. Thank you. Ciao.